Okay guys, in this episode, Jason Wilson of Lucid Optics is going to teach us the box drill.
Hey guys, Jason Wilson here with Lucid Optics. And I get a lot of questions from the market about how repeatable, how reliable are the motions in our optics. A lot of the budget-minded optics out there don't necessarily offer a repeatable, reliable motions in their windage elevation in their mechanisms. So one of the ways to best evaluate that is to conduct what we call a box test. So I'm here today with my L5. It's a 6-24 by 50 rifle scope with the Nemo rifle. It's chambered in 7 mag. And we're going to run a box test today. The box test consists simply of shooting at the closest range feasible. Today we're using 25 yards. And we use close distance because that's going to require more motions of travel in the adjustments we have to make mechanically. The further out you go, the less motions you actually have to make the adjustments. So we will adjust the elevation and the windage mechanically, and we will hold the same spot on the target. What this is going to show is if we hold the same spot on the target, the optic's mechanically going to adjust your point of impact. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot in a zero situation in the center of the target. Okay, and then we're going to mechanically adjust the optic up and left. Okay, and then we're going to hold the same spot and shoot again. If the optic's doing its job, it's going to go ahead and print up in the upper left corner here. Then we're going to go right, we're going to go down, we're going to go back left, back to zero, which is back here. And if the optic is tracking and moving correctly, my shots will be really close together. They'll be right on spot. Now there'll be a lot of clicking involved, and we're going to be asking a lot of this optic. But we've done this in the past several times, and Lucid offers optics that do offer reliable and repeatable tracking. Down. And then we're going to go left. Alright guys, here I am with my 25-yard box test. One of the reasons, again, that we shoot a box test at 25 yards is that close target distance forces your motions to be multiple, more than they would be at, say, at 100, 300, or further. The more motions you can put into the turret to see if the motions are tracking square, straight up and down, left to right, the more information you're going to gain out of what your optic's actually doing for you. So when we did this box test, we shot here in the center, the first shot, and then we mechanically moved the optic with the elevation turret up and the windage turret over, and we shot here, holding our center reticle here. So mechanically the optic made these motions. We didn't hold over here. Mechanically we moved it over, still holding here, moved it down, still holding here, moved it over, still holding right here. Once these have been completed, we bring it up and then back over, and there's 2 shots in this, and that verifies that I'm back to zero. Okay, so with a quality optic, the repeatability of your windage and elevation turrets is a pretty critical thing if you're going to try and take it to competition, or if you're going to try and dial your turrets while you're in a shooting situation. You want to make sure that you know what it's doing. So check your rig out and feel free to try this test at home.
Hi, I'm Nate Stokes from Advantage Group, and if you've like me, you found yourself on a range with a bunch of magazines on the ground and had to sort out which ones were yours. To help with that problem, I started labeling my magazines. So you can see I put my initials on the magazine, NS for Nate Stokes, and also a number unique to the magazine. The numbering system helps me sort out good magazines from bad magazines. If I have a magazine-related malfunction, I know exactly which magazine it was and I can take it out and make sure I don't mix it in with the good magazines. I use a paint pen. Paint pens are available at any hobby store. Really cheap way to label your magazines, make sure you don't lose them to a thief, and also to make sure you can keep the good ones separated from the bad ones. Thanks guys, I'm Nate Stokes and that's your concealed carry tip of the day.